Tally-ho, lads and ladies. 'Tis another informational video from your favourite Obvious Eddie's Bartholomew Taylor III. I have received reports from Mission Control that our quartermaster has delivered a new smattering of equipment to our valiant heroes, and what better way to show you to... oh god. Sorry guys. I think there's something stuck in my throat. Ugh. Where was I? Oh, right. This is the Gage historical pack. Released November 13th, 2014, the Gage historical pack is a weapon pack featuring armaments used during the Second World War, and comes with 4 weapons, being a new sniper, LMG, pistol, and submachine gun. 4, but technically 5 melee weapons, 4 masks with materials and patterns, and 5 achievements. I'll be ranking each category out of 5 for a max of 20 points. Do these old relics hold up in the 21st century? Let's put on our rubber gloves, wipe the dust off, and find out if the Gage historical pack is still worth it. As previously mentioned, 4 weapons join us in this rating of World War II memorabilia: a sniper, LMG, pistol, and SMG, which I'd say is way better than most packs giving you 3 weapons for a single weapon slot. Starting us off, the Nagant, based on the Mosin Nagant M93-30. Statistically speaking, it's the exact same as the R93 from the sniper pack, minus a few points in stability and a slower reload. It does have benefits, like having access to iron sights to offset the god-awful scope sway. Sadly, I think that's all it has going for it, which is a real shame, as if you're looking for a sniper rifle to use and you don't have Payday, I'd highly recommend this one. Next, the Buzzsaw 42, based on the MG42. Affectionately named the Devil's Piano, known for having one of the highest fire rates in the game, its mid-level damage and low stats can be offset with the right mods and skills, easily reaching a comfortable 88 stat spread. Even if there are stronger LMGs in the game, the high fire rate makes this baby worth it. The Broomstick, based on the Mauser C96. The oldest weapon in the pack, having been around since 1896, it's a surprisingly versatile little weapon, either in a compact form or modified into a pocket DMR with 100/100 stats and nearly 200 damage. And finally, the Patchet L2A1 submachine gun, based on the Sterling L2A3. In a pack full of amazing weapons, the Patchet has the honour of being the least interesting. Still, having a decent amount of damage on top of the ability to reach 100/100 stats is nothing to scoff at. It's just not as interesting. Speaking of interesting, it's time for gun facts. The Nagant's default barrel length is shorter than the real one, so equipping it with the long barrel gives it a more accurate length, and equipping it with the short barrel makes it resemble the M38 carbine variant. Equipping the Buzzsaw with the light barrel makes it resemble the MG34, the 42's predecessor. Equipping the Broomstick with the precision barrel and holster stock makes it resemble the carbine variant of the C96, although the stock is incorrect, as the carbine had a fully wooden stock rather than the detachable holster that this one has. As well, equipping the Broomstick with the extended mag makes it resemble the Mauser M712 Schnellfeuer, the select fire version of the Mauser. Equipping the suppressed barrel on the Patchet turns it into the Sterling L34A1, which isn't as impressive because 3 of the weapons in this pack can be turned into weapons seen in the Star Wars franchise. Equipping the broom handle with the barrel sight 44 and the damper L44 nozzle turns it into the DL44, the signature weapon of Han Solo. Equipping the MG42 with the heat-sinked suppressed barrel turns it into the DLT-19, one of the heavy blasters used by the stormtroopers. And finally, equipping the Patchet with the short magazine, folded stock, and the heat-sink suppressed barrel turns it into the E11, the signature weapon of the Stormtroopers. Even if the patchet is a bit underwhelming, the weapons get a worthy 5. For melee weapons. Kinda. The Nagant has a bayonet that can be attached to it, but it just boosts the stats of the gun butt melee. By how much? I don't know. Still, onto the actual weapons. The trench knife, based on the Fairbairn Sykes fighting knife. A reskin of the Nova Shank, the trench knife has low damage but has a high stab speed, as well as pretty good concealment. Perfect for use in Sociopath. The Swagger Stick, a low damage, high knockdown bonking implement. A Swagger Stick in reality is a stick, cane or riding crop given to a high-ranking military official as a sign of authority, and was commonly used as a beating implement for unruly or disappointing subordinates. Sadly, does not increase the running speed of your allies. The Potato Masher, based on a Model 24 Stehlhandgranat. It's another bonking stick that sadly does not explode. And that's the second reference to TF2 I've made this video. And finally, the Spear of Freedom. The good old Stars and Stripes. A long reach with the 70-450 damage knockdown, the best of the melees in this pack, and honestly is kinda cool just to stab someone with a flag. The melee weapons get a 3. Nothing too special, but nothing too bad either. For masks, materials, and patterns. This time, the masks are based off famous figures from World War II. At least 3 of them are. British Bulldog, based on the, at the time, Prime Minister Winston Churchill. Old Blood and Guts, based on US Army General George S. Patton. The Constable, based on French General and leader of the Free French Forces, Charles de Gaulle. And the Red Bear, based not on one particular person, but rather a personification of the Soviet Union. These masks look pretty good, even if I wouldn't personally wear them. The materials are as follows. Army Green, Gunsmoke, Patriot, and Red Sun. Every colour is good, minus Patriot. Trying to jam everything that makes up the American flag into one single thing just kinda makes it look a bit like the Confederate flag. The patterns are as follows. Captain War, Dazzle, Death Dealer, and Filthy 13. Hey look, a pattern with a 3rd accent slot. Other than that, Marvel, pun kind of intended, these look pretty alright, but nothing too special. Customization gets a 3. It could be a lot better. Only 5 achievements, which is probably going to be the standard for most DLC packs going forward, isn't it? Death from Below. Kill 25 repelling enemies with the Nagant. This unlocks the Constable Mask, the Silenced and Long Barrels for the Nagant, the Gunsmoke material, and the Dazzle pattern. Special Operations Execution. Kill 25 enemies in stealth with the Trench Knife. If you want a tip for this, go on Art Gallery and ECM rush every guard on the map and just repeat. This unlocks the Red Bear Mask, the Short Barrel, Suppressed Barrel, Short Mag, Folded Stock, No Stock, Solid Stock, and the Heat Sinked Suppressed Barrel for the Patchet, the Barrel Sight 44 and the Damper L44 nozzle for the Broomstick, the Red Sun material, and the Death Dealer pattern. Bullet Hell. Kill 10 enemies within 10 seconds with the Buzzsaw. It unlocks the Old Blood and Guts mask, the Light Barrel for the Buzzsaw, the Patriot material, and the Captain War pattern. So uncivilized. Equip a broomstick pistol with the barrel sight 44 and the damper L44 nozzle. It unlocks the British Bulldog mask, extended mag and the holster stock for the broomstick, the army green material, and the Filthy 13 pattern. And finally, Wind of Change. Complete Hoxton Breakout and Overkill, whilst the full crew wears each of the historical pack masks. It unlocks the discreet stock and the short barrel for the Nagant, the precision barrel for the broomstick, the extended mag and long barrel for the Patchet, and the heatsink suppressed barrel for the buzzsaw. Not a bad selection of challenges. Some are more grindy than others, but it won't take too long to get them done. The achievements? Get a 5. 5, 3, 3, and 5. A total score of 16, placing the Gage Historical Pack in B tier. The Historical Pack is the go-to pack for anyone looking to get a little bit of everything, having one of the best medium damage snipers, a killer LMG, and a pistol worthy of a president's daughter's bodyguard. Next time, we'll have a double dealing of DLC, with the Clover character pack and the Diamond, and I hope to see you there. Take care, and have a good one.